Elephants are unique looking animals. Today's lesson has been inspired by the majestic animal that walks the earth, elephants. Hi friends, this is Sagarika from Step Up English, bringing you a video on English idioms on elephants. There are 3 sections to each idiom in each slide, which will be unfolded during the span of the video. The first part concentrates on what the idiom is, the second part concentrates on what the idiom means, and the third part concentrates on how to use idioms in a sentence. So without further delay, let's get started with today's video. The very first idiom of today's lesson is the elephant in the room. Let's look at the meaning of this idiom. A major problem no one is talking about. Now let's see how this idiom can be used in a sentence. We need to address the elephant in the room. Employees will be made redundant this month. The next idiom of today's lesson is see pink elephants. Let's look at the meaning of this idiom. It means hallucination caused due to alcohol intoxication. Now this particular phrase became popular by the 1941 Disney animated film Dumbo, in which the title character accidentally becomes drunk and sees a parade of pink elephant hallucinations. Now let's see how this can be used in a sentence. Tom drank way too much at the party. He said he was seeing pink elephants. The next idiom of today's lesson is white elephant. Let's have a look at the meaning of this idiom. An expensive but useless and unwanted possession or investment. A little about this idiom and its origin. An expensive but useless possession, albino elephants are extremely rare, and any born in Siam became the property of the king. These favored specimens were not allowed to be worked or to be killed without the royal permission. As the story goes, the king often perversely gave a white elephant to a courtier who had fallen out of favor, just so the nobleman would spend a small fortune maintaining the useless gift for the rest of his life. Rummage sales in which people donate items for which they have no use are often called white elephant sales. Now let's see how this can be used in a sentence. Sheila complained of receiving white elephants on her wedding reception, which she eventually sold it off to a charity. The next idiom of today's lesson is elephant's trunk. Now let's look at the meaning of this idiom. The meaning of it is trunk. The term comes from rhyming slang in which elephants is short for elephant's trunk, which rhymes with drunk, primarily heard in the UK. Now let's look at how this idiom can be used in a sentence. Do you remember the fist fight that broke out between Jake and Anil at the pub last weekend? Or were you elephant's trunk? An elephant never forgets is the next idiom of today's lesson. The meaning is to have strong memory or one who remembers everything. Let's look at a sentence. Don't mess with Sam. He is an aggressive person and an elephant never forgets. The next idiom is elephant ear. Let's look at the meaning of this idiom. Plants that have large, heart-shaped leaves. Now let's see how this idiom can be used in a sentence. I am a plant parent to plants with elephant ear, said Jay to his friends. Elephant ears. The next idiom of today's lesson. Let's look at the meaning of this idiom. It refers to the metal discs on the outside of a missile or rocket. Let's see how this can be used in a sentence. The maintenance team has been scheduled to service the elephant ears on the rocket, confirmed the staff in charge. It's time to practice using elephant idioms in more sentences in order to get a clear understanding on how these idioms can be effectively used in our day-to-day English communication wherever the situation arises. The father finally decided to disclose the elephant in the room to his children without further delay. He has decided to divorce their mother. I was expecting to receive a call from you yesterday. When I didn't hear from you until late night, I guessed that you were on Elephant's trunk. Am I right? Asked Molly. Jay never understood Emil's personality until very recently, where Emil revenged one of his ex-colleagues who had insulted Emil at a conference held almost a decade ago. An elephant never forgets. It is so apt to describe Emil's personality. Sheila will remember the insult that she had to bear because of her sister's misconduct. She is the elephant that never forgets. Sam's garden is filled with plants with elephant ear. He prefers big leaf plants to all other. Chirag was adamant not to discuss the elephant in the room. He was sure that nobody from his family would take legal action against the paternal aunt who forged his dad's signature. His aunt is a big personality and has strong connections. Although Grandma's silver cutlery is a white elephant, yet Mom decided to keep it with her for as long as she can. Look what I inherited from my grandfather. A white elephant that is of no use at all, said Anurag in a disheartened tone. I see pink elephants, said Anand, who was very intoxicated after consuming several drinks. You were elephant's trunk by the end of the party. What a shame, said Lena angrily. The missile that was displayed at the parade this year had everyone talking about its elephant year. It surely did catch everyone's attention. Kudos to the engineers behind its making. I was quite disappointed when I couldn't get to own elephant ears from the florist. Don't drink much at the party, or else you will see pink elephants everywhere. Pink elephants, shouted the homeless drunkard. Friends, thank you so much for watching today's lesson. I hope you've learned something out of it. Please do ensure to subscribe to my channel, like and share, hit the bell icon for future notification, and do learn more from it.